So I grew up with a dad that used to be a mechanic. And as you can probably guess, I know my way around an engine. I started working on cars when I was very young. My first car was a 97 Wrangler. My dad told me that I am either going to work and rebuild this vehicle to drive, or I can go buy myself a new car. So as a 16-year-old, I was like, okay, I'll just fix it. A couple years later, my parents got me a newer vehicle. Still had a lot of work to be done, but it gave me a break from the stick shift and half of my car being fabric, considering the Jeep was half soft top, or had a soft top. Anyway, I was driving this newer vehicle down the highway, and I found out that there was a shimmy at 62 miles per hour. So that usually means the frame is loose. So I took it in to the mechanic shop because I didn't have the time or the means to fix this problem, because you have to put it up on a lift to fix the frame, which I do not have a lift. And as I was waiting in the waiting room, the mechanic came out and greeted me. He was very nice. And he started explaining to me what the diagnosis meant and what they did to the car. And I knew exactly what he was talking about because I made the diagnosis. I'm the one who took it in. But then he stops mid-sentence and he told me to go get my dad or my brother or my boyfriend and he said, because you're a woman, I don't expect you to understand anything I'm talking about right now. At first, I was really taken aback. I was stunned. I didn't know people still talked to other people like that. I didn't know that someone could be so outwardly misogynistic. I didn't know someone could assume something so bold about another person. Kind of thought we were past that. In that moment, it was hard for me to believe that someone could still think about women like that. Someone who made the assumption that just because this is a male-dominated field, a woman doesn't know what you're talking about. So I decided to combat this with just being honest about my experiences. And I told him that I have a mechanic for a dad. I know my way around vehicles just fine. Just because I'm a woman doesn't mean I don't understand what's going on. You can keep going, you can continue. I'm right there with you, I understand. And so making this video, I found out that in the UK, less than 1% of all mechanics are women. For every 200 female mechanics you have 500,000 male mechanics. So that just drives the point home that it is a male-dominated field when it really shouldn't be. I don't think any job, any field should be gendered. I feel like anyone can do anything. I feel like a woman can be a mechanic and a man can be a ballet instructor. All that matters is that they're happy and they're doing what they want. And I feel like people shouldn't assume your personal interests based on your gender, based on your outward gender, what they assume to be your gender. I feel like that is wrong in today's day and age, and that's something else I learned from that experience, is to never, ever, ever assume someone's interest based on what looks like to be their gender, or their sex. So